Indeed. I also want to show you now that we can join John Wonderlich, who joins us from Washington. As we have a look at the actual page as that was playing out this afternoon, we take that screen grab a little earlier. John's from the Sunlight Foundation, which aims to use the internet to make information about the US government more accessible to citizens. So, John, welcome to our program. This was a great example. This is exactly the sort of thing you want to see, right?
That's right. I think your correspondent was right, and I think that there's actually something much more exciting going on here in addition, and that's that the way that President Obama is using the internet is really reinventing citizenship. So citizens are delighted to see what Obama's doing online because they're tired of being treated as just voters or shoppers. And so here we see them being recognized as partners in governance, and that's something that I think people are really excited to see.
They were all pretty deferential, and of course the questions were prepared. They were either in text form or the video clips have been edited up. It wasn't a dialogue as such. Would you like to see the chance for citizens maybe to argue a point with their politicians?
Certainly, although I can't fault them for taking this first step. The way that people interact online has not been well defined, and so what they're doing, they've referred to it repeatedly as an experiment, and I think that's important to keep in mind, is that no one knows exactly how online deliberation is going to fit in governance, so it's going to take some experimentation to figure that out. But certainly, the more deliberation, the more argument, the better. So we're delighted to see what they're doing.
I just wonder if there's an argument that this rather trivializes the role of the president. I mean, he is your commander-in-chief. He's the nearest thing you've got to a royal family. You know, if they then had him twittering with 140 characters or something, isn't that a little demeaning?
Well, I think that's a valid concern, and if Obama's technology platform was solely about participation through tools where you vote up questions, then I think that would be a risk. But we saw in his first day open government memo, Obama talked about collaboration, participation, and transparency. And my organization is particularly focused on transparency, which means giving citizens access to the information they need at the time it's published online. And that actually has really transformative potential. So while some of these things might seem like a bit gimmicky or like a press conference that has a more public component, that's actually really transformational, and it's also just a little part of something much bigger that's going on across the entire government.
Well, now I can see you're in the communications business and you've got a handle on what it's all about, but I just wonder here, what about information overload, or dare I say it, Obama overload? I mean, this president is getting in your face almost every day of the week, one way or another. Is it too much?
Well, I think the response is probably proportional to the concern about the economy right now, so I think this is part of the size of his media presence right now is all about where the national discussion is. If this wasn't going on, I think he'd be happy to be doing a little bit more briefings and meeting with members of Congress and you know, getting his agency staffed up. So I think that's what this response is about right now.
So what do you want him to do next, John?
What we want him to do next, we're looking forward to the Open Government Directive, which is right now being prepared by his top officials, which is going to send guidance and requirements to all of the executive branch agencies about how they control information and how citizens can become engaged in how the government works. So we're looking forward to getting our hands on all that data, and as citizens, we're looking forward to having a greater voice in how the government operates.
John Wonderlich, thank you for being our guest tonight. Good to talk to you. On our website, click this button to watch live